back in 2017, when I was offered this job, I was sent in the different villages to conduct a survey and find out what were the needs. And to my surprise, none of the people, the majority of the people did not ask for water or for any other, for homes or anything else. They just said, हमें एक अच्छा सा school दे दे. So people in Tharparkar are very much aware of the importance of education. And the journey actually then started from there, and I'll just tell you what we did. So I'm going to focus more on STEM. काम तो हमने बहुत ज़्यादा किया है, और जिसके लिए I'd be very happy if you can all visit Tharparkar Block 2 to see the change that we've actually brought in for our communities, for the underprivileged society. Tharparkar 109th रैंक करता था 2017 में ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडेक्स के ऊपर. Literacy rate हमारा, when I had joined back in 2017, the literacy rate at that time was 29%. और सच्ची बात यह है कि हमें अभी भी accurately पता नहीं है, लेकिन for our schools now we can confidently say that in these 7 years it has risen to 35%, जिसमें लड़कियाँ हमारी, मैं ये लड़कियों की बात कर रही हूँ. So STEM education में लड़कियों का आना, see if half of the population is going to stay at home or not be given the opportunity to educate themselves, so what do you expect? So what we are actually doing is we are focusing on that side of the society which has been neglected for a very, very long time. It's not that हम equity पे believe करते हैं, so where we feel that boys need to be promoted and given that opportunity, we do that as well. But our primary focus is on education for girls. So I'll start off and I'll give you a tour of Tharparkar while sitting over here. So back in 2017, when I went to one of the communities, this is Mansingh Bhil, this is a village where I was told that एक school है वहाँ पे, so we'll take you over there. Now in Tharparkar, what you'll see is that you'll find one-room schools. A majority of the schools are just one room with almost 40 to 150, sometimes 250 students packed in this area, in the small room, with one teacher. The ratio does differ from place to place, but this was a village where there was this one teacher with 40 children. और एक बहुत ही छोटा सा चौरा जिसको हम कहते हैं, ये वो है. So when I went there, this was the village, और I love talking about Mansingh Bhil because इस गाँव ने मेरी बहुत सारी जो misconceptions थी ना, उनको दूर किया था. So what happened was, when they said to me, we want good education, we want quality education, our slogan then became Mayari Taaleem. So हमें और कुछ नहीं देना but Mayari Taaleem, क्योंकि तालीम तो वहाँ पे थी, schools भी थे, there's no denial, and there are very good government teachers also. But we really needed to empower them, tell them what quality is actually about, and bring them at par with the world. So this what we did was, we have primary, we've got about 28 primary and secondary schools, जिनमें से इस वक्त 23 are functional, 19 are primary schools, and 4 are secondary schools. In our primary schools, these schools consist of 9 rooms, जिसमें हमारा एक बहुत important room है जो कि IT lab है. So from a very young age, we focus on giving IT education to our children so that they know what the world is going to be for them once they reach a certain age. As far as the other secondary schools are concerned, they also have labs, and we've tried our level best to bring in experimentation from a very, very young age. So, as I said, primary schools are 19, secondary schools are about 4. Boys, so far, boys and girls in our schools are 5,061, जिसमें 35% ratio हमारी लड़कियों की है. We've got male and female teachers. We've got female teachers now. Initially we had male teachers also, but now since the last 2 years, what we've done is we've converted the entire system into, a school. Okay. So we've got female teachers, और हमारी female teachers जो हैं वो इस वक्त 179 की हमारे पास workforce है, and we are trying our level best कि from the very start we impart STEM education to our teachers through our training so that they understand the importance of science subjects, especially mathematics. Now I remember when I was a kid, I used to be very scared of maths for the mere reason my teacher did not motivate me enough. So I've been a teacher also for a very long time, and I always say that if a student is not showing interest in a subject or is failing in a subject, it is not the student's fault. It is the teacher's fault. So the teacher has to come down to the level of the child and understand and identify the root causes of that lack of motivation or interest or understanding. So we lay a lot of stress on our teachers' training. So far, from 2017 to date, we've got 981 students who've graduated, so they've moved from primary to secondary. Now, what you'll see is that in rural areas, there'll be lots of schools, primary schools, but the problem is that the dropout rate becomes really, really high from primary to secondary, and then from secondary to universities and tertiary education, it's literally very, very embarrassing, so I don't even want to talk about that. So what we're trying to do is from a very young age, try to bring in interest in education for the students. So what did we do as far as STEM education is concerned? We have a comprehensive curriculum from nursery right up to grade 10. We ensure that our teachers are well trained to impart STEM education. We also have subject specialists in science, physics, chemistry, biology, because you see, this is a very crucial age. If the children understand what these subjects are, what is being taught, what is the importance of these subjects, and what these subjects can actually lead them to becoming, they take very keen interest, and then the world kind of opens for them. I remember when in 2017 I had gone to one of the classrooms and had asked the children, and this was like very early into the starting of the schools. I asked them, "Kya banna hai?" And they all said, "Army mein jana hai." Because what they saw was rangers and police and army all around them, and very powerful people. Salam bhi unko karna hai, sab kuch karna hai. So then we realized that what was happening was that this is what they were seeing. So we started career counseling sessions. We started introducing, subjects like chemistry. Did a thorough career counseling, जिसमें हमने STEM education को बहुत priority की. There are other professions also in this world, which you can explore and look into. So we also set up IT labs. Now these IT labs are not only present in our primary schools. Now, I can challenge you that to date, at least in Islam Court, you would hardly find a school with an IT lab. Third Foundation schools were the first schools that actually not only had labs, but they introduced basic Microsoft skills. And we also then realized that in the evenings, what the youth would do was spend their time in playing games that were not really very productive. So we introduced free IT sessions for these children, where we were giving them, empowering them with the skills of basic Microsoft knowledge. So they were taught Microsoft Word, presentation, Office. And today, after 7 years, I'm really, really happy to tell all of you over here that I had a word with one of my colleagues who looks after schools now after I left Third Parker. They were telling me that the children have become so curious and so interested in these computers and the tablets that we've given them, that they have been exploring applications that even we didn't know about. So that brings in a lot of curiosity. It brings in problem-solving skills, it brings in high-level thinking, because from this age, if we are going to be talking about STEM education, we are actually going to be building a nation which is going to flourish in technology, in engineering, come up with solutions with which this world is actually facing and will be facing more. We just don't know what's there for us. It's the world of uncertainty. We've got multimedia classrooms, we've got strong emphasis on mathematics has also been laid, and I'll show you in one of my slides why I'm saying strong emphasis on mathematics. A lot of us, I don't know about you people, because most of you, I believe, are engineers over here, so you would probably have a love for mathematics. But if you ask a person like me, I would want to run away. So just to ensure that that doesn't happen to any of my school children or other children, the youth of my community, we've laid a lot of stress on mathematics. We've also, as I said, laid a lot of emphasis on teachers' training. Moving on, if you see these pictures, we have been collaborating with various organizations, especially the institutions like NED, then Dawood Foundation, and what we did was also Pakistan Space and Science Education Center. So what we did was we collaborated with them and introduced STEM education in various different ways. So if you see, we've got on your very left top corner, you see the IT lab that has been set up for the children. Then we had this session with, it was a 3-day workshop where teachers along with students were given an opportunity to make their own equipment science related. So these are rockets that they have built and they were trying to fly those rockets. Then this was done with Pakistan Space and Science Education Center. We've got the labs. We also gave them opportunities to build equipment that would help them develop their curiosity and do problem solving. So we gave them different materials and they made this basically a car out of this mineral water bottle. Now these are very basics. You might be saying that this is like, what kya isme bana diya hai? But imagine a child who never had the opportunity or an exposure of making low-cost equipment with things around them in their environment. उनके लिए ये दुनिया बदली गई है. And later on I'll share one more example, one more thing with you. There was a teacher, so I used to have these competitions amongst the teachers also. And one of them came up with an addition machine made up of cardboard, but the way he had designed it was incredible. So they would put in, so he would write a problem and then he would call a child and say, now this is the addition machine, it is going to add up the numbers for you. And he actually did that. I was so impressed, and because I encouraged this teacher, the other teachers from other schools who got to hear about it started developing their own material. So yeah, so this is one of the activities that we did. This was another initiative. So you see, STEM education does not exist in isolation. We've got to care about our climate, about our environment, about different professions. And when we collaborated with NED, this was on the initiatives of carbon neutral. So basically what we did was we brought in students from Karachi to Tharpakar, gave them an exposure, did tree plantation with them, explained them the importance of trees and how trees can actually help balance out the carbon emissions. And then our children came here, so NED was very kind enough to host, it was about 30 to 35 students, and they came and actually for the first time had an exposure of what a city life is all about. Imagine the world that it opened for them. I cannot explain the experience because for them this coming to Karachi and going to Quaid-e-Azam's Mazar, coming to NED, they did not even know that such big universities actually existed where they could actually learn and make something of their lives. They didn't have to be shepherds or raise goats. Just think about the importance of STEM education from a very, very young age. And as I said, we did with Dawood Foundation the first ever grant. How many of you have actually visited the Magnificent Science Museum over here? भाई ये बहुत कम लोग हैं, ये क्या हो रहा है? ज़्यादा कुछ आना चाहिए. Please do go, Dr. Sarosh, आपने इनको please लेके जाना है. So basically what happened was back in 2018 हमने दाऊद फाउंडेशन के साथ, और जिसमें NED ने भी कोलैबोरेट किया था, एंड दे वर वेरी काइंड. मैं आज भी नहीं भूली डॉक्टर साहब कि आपने हमें वो जो सैटेलाइट्स थी वो भी आपने हमें गिफ्ट की थी, और वो जो एक देयर वाज अनदर इक्विपमेंट दैट शुड, देयर वर टू. So they were very kind. They left the equipment over there for us to explore. So the importance of the universities collaborating with the underprivileged societies, working with them, training their teachers, looking after students, sponsoring them, mentoring them means a lot. So this is something that we did again with Pakistan Space and Education, Science and Space Education Center. We set up another science exhibition. So these exposures have been given to the students from a very, very young age, just so that they know what the world is for them. And with the changes in the 21st century, it's all going to be about technology and science subjects. So the sooner the children realize, the better it is. moving on, we've also promoted girls in associates engineering, diplomas have never been given. And this is the first time that an initiative like this has happened, where we have enrolled, imagine, in Tharparkar, where girls were not even allowed to leave their homes. We've got 13 girls now, getting educated in basically, they'll be, it's a 3-year course in diploma in associate engineering in mining. And for so the first 2 years are going to be in Pakistan, in Mitti. And the last year, these children will be going to China, and the very good ones will be then employed by our Sindh Agro Coal Mining Company. So this is a very, very big thing, a very big milestone for these students and for Thar Foundation and for Tharparkar itself, where we've encouraged women. Again, as I said, a lot of emphasis on teachers training, because without good teachers, you cannot produce good students and you cannot bring in quality. There was another thing that we did with our foundation. So in understanding the importance of science subjects, we also had this mobile, van or jeep, where we were giving education on mangroves. So the importance of mangroves, how to save them. This was also then this van would actually go to remote areas, this jeep, in different schools, in different villages, and they would have these video screens on them. We would give them activities to do. Videos were shown on the preservation of mangroves and where the locations of the mangroves. So this was something, this was an awareness session that we were trying to create for the children, so that they could understand what was beyond Tharparkar. We also have adult and adolescent literacy centers, and the importance of this is that because we gave basic education to women, there was this one woman, and it involved a lot of mathematics. So not only the women in Tharparkar now manage their own finances, the majority of them. They can now, make these decisions के इतने पैसे इतने लगने, अच्छा इतने हमने कमा लिए, इतने किए, इतने नहीं किए. ये छोटी-छोटी चीजें, they do make a lot of difference. But the interesting thing is that one of these ladies is now our, so basically, oh, right there. So she's one of our RO plant operators. We've got RO plants over there, and all of them in Block 2 are being now operated by women. And this is only because we introduced adult literacy in the areas where we are responsible for. And these women who took great interest have been employed and now can operate these machines. We also give exposure in trips and excursions to our students and our teachers and take them to different places. So this was basically Zaptec in Gharo, and they were also brought to Karachi so that they understood the importance of STEM education, especially IT, and what else was available over here. And of course, with the IUCN, we also, because we care a lot about our flora and fauna, we do not want, these things to disappear. We've been working very closely with IUCN, and our students and our teachers have been educated on the preservation of vultures. So it's a very big program that we did, also about flora and fauna. What are the indigenous plants? What is it that we need to do to promote, to ensure that they don't, disappear? And that's all. So.